All right. Hello, everybody. We are one half of the NAT30s, and I am Izzy, your DM for the evening. We are without, hey, Nickathulu, we are without our menfolk this evening. We are doing a Babes of Greenest session to catch up with, well, we've had a couple of dudes, I don't know. Dudes of Greenest. I don't know. I can't think of anything that begins with a B.
Cis men of Greenest.
Yes, there you go. Cis men of
Greenest. They're the butts of Greenest.
Hey, Goldilocks. Them stinky butts of Greenest. Ew, boys smell. So we are catching up with the ladies this evening, and a couple of quick things. My announcements have gotten shorter and shorter and shorter as time has gone on. But tonight and for the rest of the week, we are doing charity streams, and that is going to be our word of the week. Yay, charity! In conjunction with the Compound Network. So they streamed last night and are gathering up some money to donate toys to Toys for Tots. So this is an annual thing. They did it last year, gathered up a bunch of money, and then went on a big shopping spree, took pictures of everything, and the car, I guess, filled with toys, and then dropped it off for Toys for Tots. So tonight, Thursday, Saturday, any bits or donations or anything that come into the stream are going to be... What in the heck is that?
It's my cat.
There's going to be a lot of pussy on this stream tonight.
Oh, hey!
So every penny that we raise this week will go to charity, and I've already let James at the Compound Network know that. So, bits, money of all kinds, anything, you know it. Anything that we raise will go there, and then we'll be sharing the pictures and everything of where all the donations go after that is done. So we are going to run the bums intro, and then we'll get started with our Babes of Greenest. We had an actual phrase. I'll keep using it. So here we go. Right, we are back.
It is very exciting.
Yeah. Okay, so a quick recap. The Bums of Greenest, in their entirety, all 6 of you, had traveled along up the Sword Coast following a cultist wagon full of stolen loot, tasked with learning where the cult was going and what they were doing, by the Harpers and the Order of the Gauntlet, led by, or not led by, but you were tasked with it by Leosin and Onthar Froom, respectively. And made your way through the Mirror of Dead Men to the castle Naratar, where there was an insurrection of lizard folk against bullywugs, against cultists. And you passed through a portal following your ultimate goal there, Resmir, the Black Worm Speaker, who was in possession of the Black Mask that you had been told about at the hunting lodge, where Talus the White, another cultist slash infiltrator from the Zentarum, told you a little bit more about what you needed to do. Traveled down to Parnast, another little village that was overrun with cultists, and then on to Skyreach Castle, an ice castle that floats in the sky, created by an ice cloud giant named Blagofkis, who was being blackmailed into helping the cult because his wife's soul was being held captive by a couple of red wizards who were helping the cult with their ultimate goal. Not only that, but there was also Resmir the Black and Glazael the Cloud Chaser, an adult white dragon who had built his home in the caverns underneath the castle. You fought. You chatted with Blagokis very casually, which was, that was good for... It was good you rolled a 23, Arik, on your persuasion. He agreed to help you with getting rid of the red wizard so that he could then gather up his ogre army to remove the cultists from his castle. You were successful in all endeavors. You got rid of the red wizards, although one of them melted into a puddle of nothing, and it appears after sacrificing the other to the ritual that you were able to destroy before he summoned an ice devil. You learned of a tiefling sorceress named Macath the Crimson, who was searching for something called the Draghorn, north in the spine of the world. And you ultimately went and fought Resmir twice and beat her twice, getting the black dragon mask, a talking sword, and a pretty little necklace that Abaddon put in her pack. You then left out the front door of her chambers into the ensuing battle between all of the armies, the ogres, the cloud giants against the cultist kobold and the white dragon Glazael. It was an epic battle. Abaddon was frozen in place, almost died, except for the voice inside of her head, which gave her strength. And you and Blagokis were able to destroy, or send packing anyway, the white dragon Glazael. You did not kill him, but he left. And then the rest of the castle was fairly easy to take over. So we rejoin you. Oh, by the way, your buddy Issa flew in on a dragon, stabbed very close to the dragon's butthole, and then fell to the ground, saving your lives, according to her. So we rejoin you as the gentlemen in your party have just left the room that you all have decided to sleep in for this evening. It's pretty late. Issa sits on top of one of the 4 beds that is in this room. There's a large, soft, white animal pelt that's underneath 4 large beds that could probably fit 1 giant each. There's one of those round iron braziers burning with that blue light that you've become familiar with in this area in the room. And then there is a long table that is just next to that with several giant-sized weapons that appear to have been placed just so for presentation. And there is a wooden table with ice chairs, again sized for giants. So the men folk close the door. You hear the click of the door, and Issa is sitting up on top of the one of the beds, looking down. Abaddon had curled up on the floor, and Issa looks over. Your little halfling friend with the bald or hair cut very, very short, and she smiles at the door, and then looks over at each of you, and is like, "Ah, man. So glad they're gone. They are the worst. Aren't they the worst?" And she just looks at all of you ladies.
They definitely talk a lot.
I know, sometimes they're great. You know, when you want meat on a stick.
What kind of meat, Micaiah?
The kind that comes on a stick, like I said.
And Issa looks over at you, Micaiah, and is like, "Oh yeah, I could see that."
I like me some dark meat personally, but
you see Issa again. She looks at it. She's like, "Oh, I know. Oh, I know." So
Vanessa stared at me like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
So
she said, "I'm not dark meat."
We're not talking about you. This isn't about you.
This is not about you, okay?
She says in her accent.
This is fantasy. She said, "You also have a boyfriend. I don't know about these fantasies."
So
do we know?
Oh, go ahead.
Do we know where Issa came from? Did I miss that part?
Yeah, she went on a dragon. You know, she didn't come in with any fanfare. Just on a dragon.
Yes. So as you guys were fighting Glaziel the Cloud Chaser, Issa flew in on a wyvern and stuck her 2 swords up into the belly. Well, she attempted the belly and was a little bit too close to the... Yeah. Stuck it up into there.
Right,
the tail came and whacked her, and she fell off of the... fell off of the dragon. And she did lend a hand in attempting to help Abaddon get out of her ice prison once Glaziel had used his ice breath. But yeah, she flew in with quite a bit of flavor and flair.
Like I said, very inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Just very stealthy, very roguelike. Just came in. You didn't even know she came in. It's like she was there.
She was there.
Next thing there. It's great.
So Issa looks over at you, Abaddon, as you're lying down, trying to pretend to sleep. And she's like, "Abaddon, wake up. Wake up. When you almost die, you don't sleep. You drink. Come on up." And
oh yeah,
she's up on the bed. You see her pull a small water skin with this clear liquid that's got a little bit of a white shimmer to it, out of one of her side packs there. She's like, "All right, ladies, come on up. We've got a lot of talking to do."
All right, let's go.
I'm just gonna kind of flip around and sit near that blue flamey fire on the cozy ruggy thing.
Okay.
And like kind of put my knees up like this. Did I put the necklace on?
I don't think so.
I can't remember if I put it on or if I just grabbed it and tucked it into my pouch.
I think you might have just put it in your pouch. I don't remember you saying.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think he just tucked it in.
Okay.
It's gonna be one of those. Gonna be one of those nights. So she looks over. She's like, "Who's joining me?"
I am.
I'll join you.
Abaddon, you're gonna stay down there.
I'm just gonna stay put for a few minutes. I've never been frozen before.
Well, this will warm you up. Just saying. She hands.
Well, okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Thanks. Maybe in a few.
All right. So she hands the water skin over to you, Vidania, and she's like, "This is called Sildar's Itch. It's a weird name, I know, but
Ew.
it'll make your fingernails grow." She hands it over to you. She's like, "Legit, it really will."
Alright, I take a swig.
When you take a sip of it, it is very nice. It tastes very strongly of apple and clove. And roll a d4 for me.
Yeah.
Or I can roll it in here. She's gone.
She's gone.
So she takes it back from Vidania. She's like, "Yeah," and then she hands it over to you, Micaiah.
And I said, hell yeah. I'll take 2 sips of that.
Okay.
That's a 1.
All right.
Do I get to roll 2d4?
No, just the one. Just the 1d4.
Thank you. Alright.
So immediately, yeah. So Vidania, you feel like
Oh!
your hands feel like both of you, your hands start to feel really warm, and then as you look, you see, Vidania, your fingernails grow about 1 centimeter. Just as you're watching, you're like, "Oh shit!" And then Micaiah, yours grow 4 centimeters.
Oh
like
my
instantly.
god.
And,
That is so gross.
and Issa just like she laughs and
Excuse
she's
me. Does this only work on fingernails?
Oh.
like, "Yeah, it's alcohol."
Doesn't work on toenails? Just fingernails?
Oh my god.
It's just the
Can't
fingernail.
handle this.
From what I
Alright.
heard, Sildar, who made it, he had this itch on his back and he like couldn't reach it. So she takes a swig. you see, she takes a swig and then she looks down at her her nails, and they also grow 4 centimeters, just like instantly. And she's like,
Oh my god, I love this drink. Give me another sip.
"Here you go." She has to take another one.
Did I watch these nails grow slowly? Like they just like can't like
They go,
Wolverine.
"Whoop." Yep, it's
I
fast.
think they just come up real fast, right?
Yep.
Just like,
It's fast.
I'm gonna be like, what?
Abaddon, you have to try this.
No. You know what happens with the long nails? You get
Scratch
poop
stuff.
under those.
Ew.
Long nails are gross.
Issa looks down. She's like, what is wrong with?" All right. Well, listen, ladies. So I mean, I guess I could have shared this while the guys were here, but I wanted to let you guys know first. So while I was down there at the hunting lodge, I was told that there are a bunch of leaders from various factions: the Harpers, the Order of the Gauntlet, the Lord's Alliance, all the big wigs. And they're planning to gather over the coming weeks to discuss the intelligence that's been gathered from all of their little infiltrations that they've been doing. I know you guys probably think you're hot shit, but you are not the only ones that have been sent out to try to find information. So it's probably going to be in Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate. Maybe it will be in Neverwinter, but that's a big maybe. I know that Lord Neverember has such a hard-on for the growth that his city has made over the past, year or so, but it's still way too dangerous. So probably Baldur's Gate, probably Waterdeep. So just be ready. I'm sure whoever has hired you to do all this will be contacting you soon to meet up, give whatever intel you found. What kind of intel have you found, by the way, while I was doing my thing?
You mean while you were on a dragon?
Before that. Before I saved your lives.
Last time I saw you, was when?
Oh.
Mhm. Oh, it's right.
Not even a phone call. Not even.
Like, listen, I saw you guys off. It has only been like 6 hours.
Fall through a street?
Well, I thought you left. I didn't know. I didn't know until you came back. I don't go snooping around places that I don't belong. You're fine. This is a pivot. How am I falling for a pivot? What did you guys find in this castle?
You're fine. What? No, we didn't find nothing. No castles.
We are in a castle right now, Micaiah.
It's a dragon. But how did you get a dragon? That's what I want to know.
Did you give Micaiah some of that nail gross stuff? Like, did you sneak it to her beforehand?
Who?
Did you sneak her some?
Sneak her some what?
I have some. I've already had some. I had 2 sips. Where were you?
Right here. In front of this fire.
Avedon, you're creeping me out in front of the fire. The light coming from behind, and then like your white skin, it's making you look like a
demon?
I didn't say it, she said it.
Nothing of the sort. It's just been a long day. Well,
excuse me, demoness. I'm sorry.
A lady. Well, if there'll be okay. How are we gonna get out of here to do this meetup, if we ever even get out of here?
Hi.
Well, obviously she has a dragon, so we're gonna hop on our dragon.
Oh no, that thing probably died. I slit its throat as I was coming down. It was one of the wyverns. I didn't know if it was gonna turn on us or anything, so.
So how do you propose that we're gonna get off this thing?
I don't propose anything, because what I asked was what information you all found.
You flew up here on a dragon and slit its throat. You must have had some kind of plan about how you were gonna get back down.
Alright, you want to pivot, Micaiah?
No.
You want to pivot?
I'm just trying to say, can we get on solid ground before we talk about all this? Like, what's your
Vidania.
plan to get off here?
Issa looks over at you. She's like,
Pivot!
has Micaiah given you that gift I left with her for you?
No. And I look over at Micaiah.
Presents?
Listen, I wasn't so sure it was a gift, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
I do not either. It was a gift, I told you.
I wasn't so sure. I mean, we haven't exactly had a good time to talk about gift giving. Okay? This one over here left to get me milk and never came back.
I'll take my gift now.
Alright, here you go. Want it?
So Micaiah
What is
hands
it?
over to you. You see a very small pearl. And as you look at it, it's like this iridescent color with like this little bits of pink like on it. And Issa looks over and she says, "So that is what you call a pearl of power."
Ooh.
And from what I understand, you can kind of like store a spell in it. I'm not really the spell casting type, but you store a spell in it, and whatever it is that you store, you can cast it without using without using your energy. I could see
Cool.
why, Micaiah would want to keep it.
Yeah.
I don't have any interest in that.
I did mean to give it to you, but then,
I don't need a.
Uh.
I already have a pearl of power of my own. Inside.
It's her vibrator.
inside. Issa's like, I can attest to that, I will say. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds right. You only need one.
That's all you need.
While they're discussing their vibrator, I want to take out the necklace, the purple gem necklace, and investigate it a little bit. Check it out.
Okay. So the necklace that you have is kind of almost like it's like a claw, with these little purple gems in it. It looks almost like a dragon claw, and as you're looking at it, you can feel that warmth that you've gotten familiar with at this point in terms of magical items. And let me just double check. I thought I added it to your stuff, but I don't think that it doesn't look like it now. So let me just pull up this. I just want to double check that you don't have to be tuned to it. What am I doing? I know what I'm doing. There we go. And you know what? I should do it on here. So this little insignia with the purple gems. Nope, this does not want to load. What's that? It's actually been a little while since you've had it, so you remember that it was on the neck of Resmir the first time you killed her. Yeah.
The first time you
The
killed
first time. And I will find it in your equipment. I'm going to add it to your stuff right now.
Okay.
If not, guess it's not there to be added. All right. Yeah. So, yep, you are looking at it. It has this warmth to it. The gems are, as I mentioned, just these little purple colored. But you don't have identify, right? As a
Right.
spell. Yeah. So that's all you just like looking at it, and you can tell that there's something about it, but you don't know what it is.
Okay. And then you said that there's a table with crap on it?
Yeah, it's a pretty high table, so it's a table meant for giants. So you probably standing up, the table would 5 feet, yeah, probably come to maybe even a foot above your, probably like about your head height. So you would have to like climb up onto the bed or onto a close by bed or something to take a look at what's on it.
Oh, okay. Can I try to climb on the bed to
Sure.
jump onto the table to take a look at what's on the table?
Yep. So climb up onto the closest bed, which is, if you're on the thing, it's going to be right there. And when you climb up, you can look and see there are a bunch of very large weapons that are laid out. There's swords and daggers and all of these different types of weaponry, long swords, short swords, but they are giant sized. And they seem to be laid out like ceremoniously in like a presentation fashion where they look like they are not to be disturbed.
Abaddon, what's up there?
There's just a bunch of weapons. I can't even pick them up, I doubt it. They're too big. Can I get to the table?
That's what she said.
You can. How about make an acrobatics check to try to jump from the bed to the table, just because.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Just for kicks and giggles. I don't know if I made that.
So you like leap off, and as you do, you hear this like loud snort comes from Issa as you like jump kind of awkwardly off of the bed, and she laughs, and it's enough to just kind of throw you off, just enough, and you are able to like, instead of jumping onto the side, you kind of like do that jump where you like just barely get on, and then you're able to pull up. And when you do so, like a bunch of the swords get knocked just a little bit out of place, but you're on the table. I mean, it's not like treacherous or anything. It's 5 feet, 5-6 feet off the floor. But the jump over, was not the most graceful, but you made it, and you've disturbed some of the weapons over there. And you see Issa, she's like.
Oh, geez, Abby, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I made it up. There's stuff up here. I'm gonna take a look.
Oh, jeez.
You can hear
Don't
like.
get your horns stuck in anything.
You're gonna hear like the shifting of swords and weapons as you're just kind of like making your way
I'm
through
not
the
digging you
table.
out. If you get your horns stuck in the ice, you're on your own.
So there are some pretty nice swords here. They are too big for you to pick up or use in any way, even if you like. You are a sorceress who has no skill or training in, like, you can pick it up, but you have to kind of pick it up to look at it. Some of them have like little engravings in them. They appear to be if you knew a little bit more about giants and their history, you would probably be able to tell more, but they just look to be important items that have been laid out, perhaps to remember people by, or some other ceremonious reason.
Is that it?
Yeah. And Issa's like, who are you talking to? That it.
Wow. I'm gonna like crawl to the edge of the table and I'll just be like, it's just a bunch of weapons again. These things are brutes. I don't know what they're for. And then can I say,
Fighting.
I want to say, just out loud, but mostly to the voices in my head. I want to say, do you guys know what any of this means?
And you hear the voice in your head says in Draconic, like, no, giants are scary. We don't hang out with giants. They smash us.
Hey, what do you think we should do next? I say out loud, but kind of mostly directed to the voice in my head. Although everybody
You know,
else.
you kind of sound like Gollum right now from Lord of the Rings. Oh, what do you think we should do next?
But, well, what do you think we should do next?
He says,
I'm saying that so that, yeah, so everybody can hear me, but obviously it's directed toward myself.
So Issa says, looking at you all, she's like, well, there's not much you can do tonight. Tonight is a, celebration. Grow your nails a little bit type of night. You'll have to figure it out in the morning.
Well, in that case, give me some more of that nail growing ale you got.
There you go. She hands it over. And when she does, she looks over at you, Vidania, and she's like, so what's the deal with that necklace you got?
It's cute, isn't it?
Like pulls down, you see the glinting of the blue light off of the golden necklace that is just hanging very quietly against your chest. No movement.
It's just I've grown quite attached to it. Can be a little bit of a troublemaker, but I think he really means well.
Do you know what it is?
No. I don't.
I'm
But
sorry, what was
I think
it?
it just needed a good home. And it obviously wanted to get out of that cave. Because it attached itself to me, so.
Hey, Vidania, can I try that on sometime?
No.
Oh, do you want to trade? We could trade for this, this claw. It's purple. It has gems. Just a quick trade.
Does it do anything cool?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does. You know how yours does all the cool things. You could probably try it on and see the cool things it does. If you wanted to switch.
Pass.
I feel like this conversation happened like in real life, probably about 20 years ago. You want to try the sparkly dress on? It's purple. It's got sparkly sequins. No, I think I'll stay, Lauren.
No, it was more like, you took my sparkly purple dress!
Basically. You stole my giant blonde wig.
Well, if I've been rejected by Vidania, then I'd like to put it on.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just try it on myself. I'm sure it'll look great on me anyway.
Yeah, put it on, see if it, like, talks to you or, like, is just super cute or anything.
Or eats any birds. From what I understand.
Everybody's gotta eat.
That was a good one, Issa.
Thanks, Micaiah. You better watch out, Vidania. You don't wake up without a head in the
Oh my
morning.
god.
Whoa. Jeez.
Do you know what
That
this
was
is?
not. I'm not threatening you. I'm saying that the necklace, if it eats birds, you know, your head is bird-sized, and it could eat that.
Your head is bird-sized.
I like to think that it loves me as much as I love it.
Well, obviously,
But I could be wrong.
Eat your head this far.
What was that? I
It's
missed
had
you.
a lot of opportunities to eat my
I mean,
head.
it has eaten her head this far, so.
Well, I don't know.
Do you know what it is?
Know what it is, Lisa?
Let's see if Issa knows what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Do ya?
Let's give it a good old.
College track? No.
Oh shit! Hold on. What just happened? What the heck just happened? Oh, okay. No. So she just looked at it. She's like,
Oh.
nope, no idea. Haven't seen anything like it. I rolled a nat 1 for her at first, and then because she's a halfling, they get re-rolls on 1.
Oh, they do?
Yep. So, but then she rolled a 6. But you know what? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna use one of my advantages to re-roll. So I have 1 left. So that's so she looks at it. She says, so it ate a bird. Wasn't it like a dog thing before?
Yeah. It was so cute.
She leans in real close, like to the necklace, and takes a look. She pokes it. Has it been anything else?
Yeah, it was like a really warm, fuzzy, like shawl thing for a little while.
Well, the only things that I know of that can shift into different stuff and like to eat things are mimics, but those are really big. So I don't know.
Oh.
A mimic. What?
Are they evil?
No, they're not evil. They just eat whatever they can find. So, you know.
That would be weird. It hasn't eaten you yet. What? Yet?
Whoa.
You should be careful.
I've never
Maybe
seen one
you
as a
should
pet,
let me have it.
but
Oh my god.
could happen. I guess. Yeah, be careful. You do have a bird-sized head. I didn't want to say anything before because, you know, we were on bad terms from me noticing that you have the cult branding like on your back, literally. But
Oh, you mean when you like attacked me in my bed?
I do mean that, yes. And so just be careful with the plume, like your hair. I know that the purple is like coming in too from your dye job, so like the purple underneath the black, it could look like a plume on a like an exotic bird, and it could get confused.
Oh my god.
So just be
I
careful.
mean, you're like the size of a bird as well, so.
I know. I'm going to back away and not get any closer to you, Vidania. As much as I was hoping that that pearl of power would, you know, be an in on that. I think it's for my own safety that I just.
Did you just say you were trying to get in on that?
I did. Yes. That was my goal.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not picky at all.
Will used
And
to be friends.
it had been a while, but thank you, Micaiah, for that. So,
Well, screw you then.
listen, I came here because I knew you were coming to a very, very cold ice castle, and I did not want you to be cold tonight while you were sleeping here. So I rode in valiantly on a wyvern.
On a dragon,
and attacked and saved your life, Micaiah. Just saying.
Yeah. Bullshit.
So I could rub that pearl of power one more time. Sorry.
Well played, DM.
This is making everyone uncomfortable who's watching. So.
Well, thanks for the tip. I'll be careful.
Well, thanks.
I'm flattered.
Is that like you don't know what to say? It's like your high school boyfriend's like, I love you, and you're like, thanks. I guess for say thank you. Thanks.
Aww,
Did Micaiah share the letter that she got, or the letter that she read about Vidania's sister? Valenti?
Yes, Micaiah, yes. So in the last episode, you, or the one before that, you shared it with the whole group. Like, you had read it, actually gave it to Vidania, and then Vidania gave it to Zan, and then everybody saw it. So, so the letter was from Severin. Did you all get to read that in the chat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Issa.
Can I try to
go
shimmy
ahead.
down the table?
Yep.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna shimmy down the table, gracefully, and I'll say, "Oh, Vitania. Speaking of your sister Valenti, are you worried? What do you think was going to happen to her? It didn't sound that good."
No, it did not sound good. And yes, I'm very worried. I'm kind of scared, though. I'm scared for us.
Wait, why? What do you mean?
They're going to be looking for the loose end.
Oh, I didn't even put that together.
You didn't know she was a loose end?
Well, will they recognize you? Your tattoo.
Her brand.
Aren't you guys twins?
Yeah, we're twins. But I have this sassy new haircut.
Sassy. But your purple's growing.
I know.
You're a little Karen now there, Vidania.
Excuse me, in this world, she's known as Sharon. Not
That's right.
Karen. Sharon.
Great. So now we're gonna be chased by these things.
Sharon.
They'll recognize you and Trogdor. They'll recognize him.
Yeah.
They'll recognize everybody. We don't stand a chance.
Wait, the cult's after Trogdor?
Well, he stood right up in the middle. Remember? Were you there? Way back when. He stood right up there and he tried to whack somebody in the face. And there he was, lying on the ground.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
I have no idea what the hell she's talking about.
From a long time ago. It's just happened. You know what?
A long time ago, it just happened?
This is just turning into a nightmare.
What is?
Oh, do you mean back at town
Yeah,
was
like
that?
a really long time ago.
When he fought the was it Resmir?
The dragon.
It was
No,
Cyan Wrath, yeah.
Cyan Wrath, yeah. That's what I was trying to think.
Oh, sign. Well, that was a really long time ago.
Well, yeah, so they know his face, and then he also has those other people looking for him.
Well, Erdnot also gave his real name while you guys were traveling in the caravan. So, I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about being caught. You did a horrible job of infiltrating. You guys gave your real names half the time. You know, you got haircuts, and you're Snow White with like burning red hair. I've never seen anybody who looks like you before. You guys, I don't know. That would be the least of my worries at this point. But so they know about your sister then. How did you find that out?
It was in a letter.
Where was the letter?
Micaiah found. Was that Resmir's room?
Yeah, in the trunk.
Oh. So Resmir just kind of let you in there into her trunk?
Yeah, she let me right into her trunk. No. I snatched it out of the trunk.
Okay. Was she still alive when you snatched her
She
that out
still
of it?
had all junk in her trunk. When I snatched it.
Is that a yes?
She was still alive when I grabbed it, but then we had to fight. And then she melted to acid.
Oh shit.
It was
Some
nasty.
Gooey shit. I don't know what the hell it was.
So then
She
you
died like twice.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys weren't good enough to kill her the first time, huh? I should have been here with you. It's my fault.
You had written in on your dragon, you know, had to make a grand entrance right when all the fires were, you know, convenient. Just saying, you went to get milk. It took you a real long time to come back.
I think Micaiah is jealous of your badass entrance, Issa.
I can't help you with that.
Because I don't have a flying speed yet, and so I can't be flying creatures yet. That's pathetic. Because then once I can be a flying creature, then you can jump on my back and I can fly you around. Just don't slit my throat.
No promises. So where's the mask? Did you guys find the mask? Listen, I'm sharing my alcohol with you all. I'm giving you information.
Another swig of that.
What was that?
Give me another swig of that nail growing stuff.
You can have all of it. Just tell me.
All right.
She hands over the glass or the water skin.
I've been cooped up for too long.
And out of you hear Abaddon, you hear like a little chuckle in your head. And then in Draconic, you say out loud, I've got the mask. It's right over here.
My face will just be like.
And then
And I look up at Abaddon like.
so
I've got all sorts of masks.
Etha looks over.
I've got all sorts.
Do you say that in common, or what are you saying that in?
Because the voice.
You said it
voice.
in Draconic.
The voice
I know Draconic.
said it in Draconic. I believe all of you know Draconic in this room, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
You do too?
Danya doesn't know
I
it?
do.
You do?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
alright.
everybody does.
Okay.
So Issa like looks over at you, Abaddon, like looks at the other two, then looks back. Like, what did you say?
Yeah, what did you say?
You speaking in tongues over there?
Why are you speaking like that, Allison?
And the voice in your head, Abaddon, just laughs like.
I've got all sorts of magic words and spells and.
Wait, but why are you speaking like that all of a sudden?
Sometimes I just talk out loud, just thinking out loud.
Draconic?
Yeah, you can. Do you understand Draconic?
Yeah.
Oh, Vidalia, did you understand what I said?
Sure did, Abaddon.
What about you, Isa? Huh?
She just like kind of folds her arms and she's looking at all three of you. She's like, I'm getting the impression we're not really friends. She takes her water skin out of your hand, Micaiah, and puts it back into her pack. Like, the least you guys could do is let me know if you found that damn mask.
There's all sorts of masks around here, Isa.
The black
sorts of
mask, the
disguises.
dragon mask, the worm speaker's mask.
Oh, like you're all forthcoming with all your information.
What do you want to know? I'm an open
I
book.
thought we were friends.
Well, what would you do with it if you had it?
I don't want it. I just want to know if you found it.
Why? Why does it matter?
Because I'm on a job, and I've got things that I need to know in order to report back to my
So
superiors.
are we? Okay.
I know.
What do you mean? You think you know everything? You think you know everything, don't you?
I know quite a bit.
Isa,
Yeah.
we saw it.
I know you saw it. Where is it? Is it in that fancy bag? Did you give it to the giants? Because that would be stupid.
Damn, we didn't do that, right? I just put it in the bag, right?
You saying that out loud?
No, I'm saying it to you.
IRL.
Over the table.
IRL. Yeah. No, we did not give it.
No, you put it in your bag of holding.
Okay.
Have it.
Yeah, we hid it. I think it's so. Guys, I think it's okay to tell her. We hid it.
I don't know. She likes to get milk and then disappear.
So you've got it.
Salty.
Did any of you try it on?
No, what? Why?
No.
I was just curious.
Why?
Should we? What
Do you-
happens when you put it on?
I don't know.
You want to try it on?
You want to show it to me?
Not that we have it.
I don't think we should give it to her. Guys, don't give it to her.
Isa, what if we put it on there's like some kind of thing, something that happens where they can find us right away.
I don't know.
Like a homing beacon type thing?
Exactly. That's right, Micaiah.
Yeah. I see
That
what you're saying.
that could. Anything's possible in this world.
We have
Can
to
I
be in a
see
safe
it?
spot.
Can you just
I don't
take it
think we should
out
take it out.
and show it to me so that I can say to my superiors that I saw it and I know that you all have it?
Okay, you can only see the tip of the nose.
That's all I ever need to see.
Okay. Okay, I'll open the bag of holding like that much so she can see just about that much of the nose.
Well, so the way the bag of holding works is you have to reach in think of the item that's in there, and then it will.
Okay.
Then you can pull it out. So you can pull
I'll
it
use my
out like.
hand. I'll just be like,
Just like,
that's it. See?
Tuck,
See?
Tuck it back in. Tuck that back in there.
Tuck away.
all right, guys. All right. Thank
It's
you.
safe. It's fine.
Alright.
Thank you for letting me see it.
Friends
I
again.
knew, I could count on you guys to show me, what the guy,
Alright.
the dude's
We
gone.
showed you ours. Now show us yours.
My what? I've given you my what?
Any secrets that you have?
That's a very vague statement for someone of my profession.
Something
for everything that.
I mean, tit for tat here. Let's go.
Any intel? Any more information?
Yeah, give us something.
I already told you. I told you to be on the lookout for a sign from whoever it is that you report to, because there's no way that you all are Harpers. I mean, Zan, I believe, but the rest of you, no. That, they're going to be meeting at some point.
That's nothing. We just showed you Resmir's mask.
I don't know. You're going to have to be more specific.
I'd like to know who you work for.
Why?
Why not?
Who do you think I work for? Micaiah?
Yeah, I don't know. Clearly, you have good taste, whoever you work for.
Well, that's true.
Beyond that, I'm not sure.
This is like a salty telenovela.
Who do you work for? Why do you need to know?
Like, there's some unfinished. I want an episode of just Micaiah and Issa talking and fucking hashing this out.
Yeah, we got business we gotta attend to.
So she looks at the three of you and she's like, I work for the Zentarum, the Black Network. You probably have not heard of us. That's the way it should be. But this cult is a major problem. They've been around for a long time. They were always kind of a joke. But it seems as though one of the higher-ups has gotten the favor of Tiamat herself. And I don't know all the details. I know that there's something about these masks. I know that there's 5 of them. I know that, well, now I know that you have one, so that's good news. But if it was as simple as just taking one, they wouldn't be as big as they are. So it's probably a step in the right direction that you have one of them, which, by the way, who do you plan on giving that to?
Well, do you know, like, if these can be destroyed?
That I don't, but if it's magical, which I can't tell because you won't let me touch it or really see it, generally you can't. Magical items are... only the gods can really destroy things such as this, and they don't care enough to get involved.
What's your network's plan? This Black Network.
Well, usually we don't get involved in stuff like this, but my discussions with Talus lead me to believe that we'll have somebody at that meeting in Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate, wherever it ends up being. I don't know who, I'm not high enough up on the chain, but somebody will be there. And that just shows you how serious, because we would never be caught dead in a room with a bunch of pluckers and the fists of fury and the Lord's Alliance. So
why is that happening? What's different now? What's changed?
It's that serious. This is if Tiamat were to be risen from her prison in the 9 hells, then, I mean, you're talking a dragon army led by a god. We can't let that happen.
Can
We
it
all
be
have
done
something to
without
lose.
this mask?
I have no idea, but as I said, I doubt it's that simple. Just taking one, like, you have to have all 5, and if you don't have all 5, like, if it was that simple,
Right.
Resmere wouldn't have been so easy for you all to get.
And your group has no thoughts as to what more is involved?
I'm sure we have thoughts, but you only let me just peek at the mask. I'm not going to give you everything.
Why is it always gotta be one thing for another?
I don't know. You tell me.
We're all on the same team here, darling.
That's stretching it a little bit too far.
What do you mean? We're all on the side of good. We don't want these guys getting a hold of this, raising Tiamat. All on that side.
Yeah.
Unless you want to raise Tiamat, you trying to raise Tiamat for yourself?
No, I have family.
Okay.
Tiamat would eat them.
What do you mean you got family?
Everybody's got some kind of family. I've got family. I think I am one of those orphan types who was thrown out on the street and had a rough life and joined a crime. No, I've got family that I love and I care about. So no, I don't want a dragon god who wants to rule the world to get risen from her prison in hell. No.
That's it. That's all you got invested in this.
I have a lot
Okay.
invested in this.
Well, what about that Talus? Have you talked to him or seen him?
Her?
You met Talus.
Huh?
Her?
Huh?
Talus, so the woman
Yeah,
the
her.
elf you met in the
She's a woman.
hunting lodge.
Oh, yeah.
She was busy looking at cat, but
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, Issa, like, I talked to Talus. Yeah, she's got thoughts.
she's got thoughts.
Okay.
Well, you all can do me one more favor.
What's that?
I have something that I am looking for, and I think it's in the treasure hoard that is beneath this castle.
Okay.
So, when we talk with the giants, see if you can put in a good word for getting us down there so I can take a look.
You want to tell us what it is?
Do you care?
So we can have our. Well, I mean, if you're looking for it, then we could all have our eyes open for it.
Are you trying to find a necklace like mine?
Obviously, yeah. She wants me exactly like you. Purple hair and all.
Who wouldn't? I've always wanted to have
Yeah.
a bird-like head.
I want.
I don't have a bird-like head.
You have a bird.
And she looks over at you, Vidania, and she's like, "Okay."
All of us stay silent. I don't have a
Guys,
bird head.
you guys didn't tell me I had a bird-like head.
My guy just shrugs. Thinks that you cute bird like head though.
She's like, "Well, so my there's a necklace I'm looking for. I can't believe I'm telling you all this. I don't know that I will. Will I? Will I tell you all this?
Yeah, tell us. Gonna keep our eyes open. That's 6 extra eyes.
Wink, wink.
All right. So there's a necklace I'm looking for. It's not worth anything. It's shaped like a little potato, and the eyes, the eyes, like how potatoes have eyes. All the little eyes are like these little gems, and I had it specially made It's like silver, like it's not even real silver, but it's this necklace that I had made for my mom. When the cultists came through, they raided everything, they stole everything, and I've been looking for it. It's part of the reason why I took this job. And it's been, yeah, it's why I had to kill that stupid kid who caught me looking through the cult loot on our travels.
DM.
Yep.
DM, is this convincing?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Kai is totally falling for it. She's like, "Oh, poor Issa."
So she's like, yeah, it's just this, you know.
Fuck off.
Yep, you are convinced 100%.
150%.
100%.
Actually, Abaddon's crying.
There you go.
At this story.
Little,
Abaddon's
a
crying.
little tear. And Issa's like, yeah, it's a little like as I said when I first met you, my last name is Tater Brush. My family, we grow taters, and I had this potato necklace made for my mother, and nobody steals shit from Issa, Dove, Tater, Brush. So I'm getting it back. Micaiah, I don't appreciate your laughter of this situation.
Sweet story. I'm not laughing in a bad way. It's sweet. I love your mama so much.
It is, and I believe you completely.
Well, it's the truth, and you should believe me. So
I'll help you find that potato necklace, Issa.
Yeah, totally.
If we ever get down there. Ooh, do you think there's a whole lot down there? Like, nobody would really miss it, right?
A treasure hoard.
Oh, there's a hoard. I mean, that's a lot, right? A hoard is a lot.
Wait, where do you think all the guys went? Do you think they went down to check out that hoard?
and then Issa kind of looks at you all, and she's like, shit. You think they did?
I don't know. If they did, they're gonna get all the good stuff first.
Arik probably just went to find a head to cut off.
That is really weird, huh?
He already has like 5 in his bag. They stink to high heaven.
He gave one to the giant.
I mean, I don't know. He just has to keep gathering them, I guess.
Everybody's got
Run away!
No, but he could have a less gross way.
Do you think we could sneak down?
I mean, we do have the master of sneakiness.
So we need the
Issa.
giants?
Tater Brush.
Well, yeah, but I mean, do you think if we got down there, they'd let us take whatever we wanted? Or if we went down beforehand, like while nobody's really paying attention, and just checked it out, just grabbed a couple things. What do you think?
Sticky fingers, Abaddon.
Oh, it's not hurting anybody. Don't make me feel bad.
Issa's like, so the only thing with that is,
What do you think?
I think it would be stupid, and I hope that your dude friends did not go down there, because dragon lairs are notorious for having traps and all kinds of really bad things set up. So you're going to want to let those giants clear that out first.
Good to know.
Good to know. Good to know.
Just saying. Where would you guys be without me? See, this is why you need me around. You're welcome for saving your life twice. I've already saved your life twice tonight because you were about to go down into a dragon lair without anybody having cleared it out for you first.
I mean, she's right.
I probably would have been like through some mystical fabric into another portal dimension
Yeah,
somewhere. It's probably where I'd be.
probably.
Ooh, speaking of that, do you think there's anything like that in this room that we could poke around and check out?
Yeah,
Like-
anything's fun.
Micaiah, go touch the wall.
Alright. I'm just gonna go start touching everything.
Okay. Roll an investigation check. Meanwhile, Avedon, in your head, as you're sitting there watching, Micaiah hops off the bed, and Issa and Vidania are watching her go, start touching everything. In your head, you hear the voice that says, "White demon," in Draconic.
Oh, a 2. Seriously. It was
So
actually
you're
a nat.
you're touching around. That's a nat 1.
I feel nothing. I feel
Plus
nothing.
the 2. You're touching
I am
around,
numb.
feeling everything.
I
Like,
drink way too much. You know what? You know what it is? My nails are way too long. The nail
clink,
growing
clink, 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 clink.
juice can't feel.
It's all the tapping.
Avedon, I need you to cut my nails. I can't feel anything.
Oh, you fucking
Feel
nasty
anything.
poop nails. You gross.
My nails.
There's poop instantly underneath them
Oh,
the moment they grew.
oh,
Ugh.
oh,
Ugh.
ah.
So you hear in your head, "White demon,
What the?
the blue queen. She tasked you with finding eggs for her.
Yeah.
Do not disappoint.
What do you mean?
Perhaps.
There's no eggs around here.
Perhaps there are eggs in the lair."
Downstairs?
The voice
Should I
does,
go by myself?
does
Should I
not.
sneak? What?
The voice doesn't say anything back. It gets like really
Oh.
quiet. Like, no,
Hello? Are you still there?
I'm here. I'm.
Hello? Are you still there?
This is. No, demoness, do not go down by yourself. You'll get us
My
both
internet's
killed.
breaking up at the same time.
He says, "No." Can you hear me? No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No. You will get yourself killed.
Oh.
Just do not disappoint her again.
Oh. Oh. I'm gonna be immediately physically like distraught, like, oh man, it was a disappointment. But I'm not saying that out loud. I'm just looking like that. I'm just gonna be like this. Oh.
And Etha's looking over at you like, something right with that girl. Micaiah, as you're like, it's taking you a while. You're like clink, clink, clink with like your longer than normal nails, and like you get over to like the back
Ew.
corner, the back corner of this room, like right about here on the map, where on the edge, just above a blue rug, and you touch the wall, like looking back at the girls as you do so, and a 10-foot, I'll say 15-foot section of wall just disappears in front of you, and you can see the wind is whipping up around outside. It's a lot less, and there's like clouds all out. You can see it's open, and you are looking out into like the clouds that have all been formed by the cloud giant to kind of hide the castle, and it instantly gets just colder in the room. The brazier does not go out. Like the wind kind of comes in, and you just feel like as the wind is coming in, and it's just open in the room. And Issa's like, "Holy shit!" And you're standing there, the wind is kind of like whipping around where you're at. Nothing crazy like you're going to be pulled out, just like you touched it and the wall disappeared.
Oh,
What the hell?
shit, guys. The hell is happening?
Micaiah, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. clinking along with these nails.
He's like,
I was
careful.
trying to find hollow spots in the wall that maybe somebody hid a couple, dollar bills, y'all. And all of a sudden, bam, there goes the wall.
Your hair is kind of whipping around a little bit. You look over the side, and you guys are on the edge of you're in the keep, but looking over the side, you can see that like maybe over to the like the 10-foot that way and down about probably 40-50 feet is the wall that extends out. Thank you for the bid. These all go to charity. Thank you for the biddies. And we are like a sliver away from inspiration for the whole party. So you see down, there's the wall, but when you look down, like if you were to fall, you would fall all the way down to the ground probably. However far away that happens to be, there is nothing there. And Issa's like, get away from there. Try to bring back the wall. It's getting cold in here.
Jeez. Well, Micaiah's gonna back away.
Okay. The wall does not come back immediately. So it is.
I don't know. I can't make the wall come back.
You
Make the wall come back.
Go poke a different wall and see what happens.
I just start poking around my nails.
Clink, 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 clink.
It takes another minute, and like Issa's like, oh my god, but it's like getting cold. But then the wall just like
okay, jeez.
It just appears back. The wind dies down in the room, and everything's fine.
All right, you happy now?
Yes. Don't do that again.
All right, Mom.
So Issa looks over at you, Vidania, and she's like, so back to this intel you guys found. You found a note. Vidania.
Mm-hmm.
When you find your sister, what are you gonna do?
God, I don't know. I'm nervous that she's like just too far gone now. But I'll do whatever I can to try to persuade her to stop. I'm not confident it will work. She seems pretty in it.
So they called you a loose end for them. Are you a loose end for this group?
Of course not.
You would kill your own sister?
God. Don't put that on me.
I didn't put anything on you. Apparently your sister did.
Oh, I hope it doesn't come to that.
She's right. That might happen. Or what if
Well,
one of us
yeah.
does it? What if one of us? What if I accidentally kill your... No, what if I purposely kill your sister? What if... Will
That's
you hate
weird.
me forever?
Yeah.
That was quick. That was so quick.
Somebody else should ask her that.
Why are you on our side again? That was real quick.
That was too easy.
That was way too easy. Yes.
All I can do right now is hope that it does not come to that, and I can convince her to stop what she's doing
How are you gonna do that?
with my love.
Sorry.
Why is that funny?
You're gonna need more than that, honey.
It's all I have.
Just like the Beatles said, all you need is love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
The who?
No, not the Who, the Beatles.
The Beatles. What do you mean, who? Never heard of the Beatles? What's wrong with
Well, that is quite the conundrum. I hope it doesn't come between all of you some point in the future. Just don't land the killing blow, Avedon. You'll be fine.
I just
Sometimes I have a
Avedon.
tough time for that.
You keep that fireball in your pants.
You hear the voice in your head go, yes. Keep the fireball in your pants.
I'm just gonna sit on the ground.
Oh,
Oh,
someone's mad.
he's mad.
So as you all are sitting there, like looking at each other, Issa's kind of just scanning the room. She's like, you hear the like rattling of the door, like as you can hear the guys talking as they're coming up to the doorway there. And Issa's like, remember, get me down into that lair if you can.
All right, we'll do.
Why don't you just come with us? What's the big deal?
And at that, the door opens and you see Erdnot, Zan, and Arik enter. Zan's looking, he's got like a little bit of a smile on his face that's like a little different than what you've seen in the past. And Erdnot is kind of like
Oh, whoa! What did they do?
holding him up,
Yeah,
holding him up a little bit, as Zan does appear to be a little bit tipsy.
Smiley.
Tipsy Zan.
And you all get into your respective beds as you're all kind of coming down from the very intense battle that you had, Avedon, with her, I think it was like 8 hit points. Micaiah had 5. And Vidania, I don't remember how much you had, but it was very little. Issa curls up in one of the beds. And I don't think, Avedon, before you bed down there, Arik comes up and he's like, I found this. Thought you might like it. And he hands you a book that you kind of like open it and flip through. It's like a journal, a little leather-bound journal. But you flip it open and take a look, and it's handwritten. Flipping through the pages, you see that like most of the book is not filled, but the first half is. And when you look at the first page, you see the words Cougar Husbandry by Ram Starig. And you have a little romance novel that you can read.
Oh my god.
That was found.
Who gets to read it first?
I'll say
Because I'm interested.
thank you to Eric.
And as you guys go to sleep, the last thing you hear, Avedon, is the voice again in your head says, get those eggs steaming. Make our blue queen proud. And
You
that,
didn't hear that.
and that's where we will end tonight's session. And on Saturday, we will we will pick up with Rise of Tiamat, actually, as you guys start the next
Rise
half
of
of this
Tiamat.
module.
Rocked.
So thank you everybody who watched our risque ladies only session. And
It wasn't even that bad. We were good.
we were
I'm
pretty
surprised at us.
hoop nails. Thank you for the biddies. We have 500 bits that are so far for our charity, so I will write that down and make sure that I let James know at the compound. So I need to have like a better, like a little thing that says that we're doing this on the screen. but I just kind of came up with it right before we went live. So, now my pen's not working. So anyway, thank you. We'll be back. Not this Thursday. The one shot's not ready yet. But I should be on, I think, on Thursday. Maybe I'll do some prep because I have a lot to prep. So much for everybody, all of your backstories. And then on Saturday we will get back to the main story with Rise of Tiamat, and we'll see what you guys all decide to do next.
Yay.
After I have kind of pushed you in a certain direction. Although I don't know if you guys watched the last stream, so maybe you don't know, which is fine. So we are going to find somebody to raid with our 16 viewers. Thank you everybody who watched. Let us go to, I'm going to find somebody. Let's go to, everybody that I try to raid usually has been streaming for 4 hours, and by the time we get there, they are leaving. We're gonna raid Typecast RPG. I don't know if I've raided them before, but that's what we're gonna do. Type RPG. They are playing Dungeons and Dragons, Gods of Varon, Krustov's Out of the Bag. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna go. So, thank you everybody for watching. Have a good night. Thank you Goldilocks so much, and we will see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.